Every day, you and I are adding carbon dioxide to our atmosphere through our daily activities like driving. And this carbon dioxide has been accumulating for a really long time. And this has been one of the leading causes of climate change. Luckily, we live on this amazing planet where 3/4 of the surface of our Earth is covered in oceans. And the ocean works to regulate our global climate. One of the ways it does this is acting as a buffer for that carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. There are small organisms that live in the surface of the ocean, and they take that carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere, and they use it to build and grow their bodies. Eventually, these small organisms die, and their bodies sink out of the surface of the ocean, down through the ocean, to the deep sea and to the seafloor. Some of those bodies are going to accumulate on the seafloor and be buried, kind of like a carbon graveyard. But some of these bodies are going to be consumed by these tiny carbon eaters, or bacteria. So bacteria live everywhere. You might be more familiar with the bacteria in your body, because you are more bacteria than you are human. And they're really important for a lot of our functions, such as digestion. The bacteria in the ocean, one of their main roles is eating carbon. But we really still don't have a good idea of that full impact on how carbon is cycling through our oceans. So we went to sea, and we used this really cool giant robot to do experiments at the seafloor, where I fed carbon bodies to deep sea bacteria to figure out how quickly do these bacteria eat this carbon. So we're thinking deep sea bacteria, it's really cold, it's completely dark, and they're living under high pressure. So they're going to be really slow growers. Maybe in the course of a year, they will eat these carbon bodies. But it turns out they're eating this carbon in the course of a week. That's 50 times faster than we had expected. And when they eat this carbon, those bodies are now being converted back into carbon dioxide. So that carbon dioxide that starts in our atmosphere, gets pulled into the surface ocean, sinks through the ocean, is getting converted back to carbon dioxide, which can then circulate through the ocean, getting back to the surface and being re-released into the atmosphere. And so we know the oceans are regulating our global climate, but these tiny microorganisms that live in the ocean, even down in the deep sea, are impacting how our carbon is cycling between our atmosphere and our ocean, which impacts our understanding of that entire cycle. So we can now use this new information to better predict how our oceans are going to respond to the human impacts of climate change.